Hi, everyone. I am Manouk Akopyan, joined by former 154-pound champion Tim Tszyu, getting back and ready for his comeback against Joseph Spencer, April 6th, Newcastle Entertainment Center in Australia. Tim, last time we saw you in October, it didn't go your way, but this is the redemption tour, right? 2024, not the way you wanted it to go. What are you looking to prove in this fight, both to yourself and for those who are doubting you all of a sudden?
Yeah, just back to the drawing board. Show them I never left. These bumps happen with boxing, happens with success. And it's all about just getting back to the winning column.
What have been some of the changes that you've been making to get there?
Um, it's just more about my approach. Um, Being a bit smarter, mentally working on myself, being able to, you know, when things don't go according to plan at all times, being able to reset, refocus, and get back to the basics.
Do you think Joey Spencer, he's the kind of perfect kind of opponent for you to prove to yourself that at the age of 30, after all these years, you still can have the second chapter of your career?
Yeah, this is the second chapter, and it doesn't matter who's in front of me. And I'm glad I got a good opponent such as Joey Spencer. Slick, good boxer, comes from a good pedigree to give me a big test.
Your fight against Fundura, it was a split decision, very close fight. If you didn't have that gash, who knows what the result would have actually looked like. But the Murtazalia fight, it did not look like the Tim Tszyu that we had seen before. Was that more about what you didn't do in that fight, or what more about what Bakram is all about?
No, it was definitely me. I believe I lost the fight. I don't think I went in there recklessly and I got caught stupidly. And um, that's all it was. It was inches.
It sounds like you fought his fight rather than yours that night, huh?
Yeah, I came out doing I came out not the way I was supposed to, Usually I'm much more strategic. I figure my opponent out. This time I came in like trying to go for the knockout straight away, it was a bit of inexperience right there.
When we see these kinds of one-sided losses, a lot of people say, "Oh, that could really alter someone's career. They'll never be able to bounce back from that." What do you say to that? How have you been recovering both physically and mentally over the last 5 months?
Yeah, you know what? I've become a better fighter, and I want to show that, and a lot of I know there's a lot of doubt and stuff like that, but yeah, I'm here to show that I want to be I'm still the top dog in the division, and I want to get back to that drawing board.
It also sounds like if you do beat Spencer, Keith Thurman is next this year. Is that the plan?
Yeah, one fight at a time though. I'm not overlooking anyone.
How would you assess the 154-pound picture right now? We know that Terrence Crawford, he has his sights set at 168, but there's a lot of other top dogs in the division. Who do you think is the most prolific one at 154 pounds right now?
Yeah, I think Fondora's got the that title with his unification with the WBC, WBO belts. I think he's got the top dog status right there. But at the same time, even the non-champions, the list goes on and on and on. So it's a good division. It's red hot right now, and there's plenty of fights to be made.
It seems like Bakram can't get any fights because he scared a lot of people off after the fight against you. What's your message to the rest of the division and when they face
Don't be
Bakram?
scared. It happens, man. It happens, but um, if it was to happen again, it would be a different story. That's for sure.
Yeah, just a very unique year for you last year, right? You were supposed to fight Virgil Ortiz Jr. as well too. The
Mm.
cut didn't heal in time. You were supposed to fight Thurman, and here comes Fundura in. on 10 days notice. You just kept dealing with these curveballs that were thrown your way. How frustrating is that also, the fact that, you know, a lot of this could have is circumstantial as well too.
Yeah, there's some things that are just like out of your control, you know, and it's weird, you know. A lot of people have good luck. A lot of things happen in a lot of years, and then one year and shit just turns the sideways, you know. And for me, it's just right now, it's just getting back what I can control and getting back to where I belong.
You face both of the champions. Who wins between Bakram and Fundura, you think?
I think Fandora,
Really?
yeah.
How so?
Um, I think Fandora's a better boxer. I'll be honest with you. I think well, I think Bakram he's got power, but he's very easily hit. Um, and I can't base my fight with him because it was sort of just I never got to show myself. He never got to show himself because it just ended so early. It was just like when I fought Carlos Ocampo. Who knows what Carlos Ocampo could have brought it in if I'd smashed him in one round. So you know when fights go early and you're caught early and you're nice and cold, it's not a way to determine what could have happened.
You faced a lot of the top guys in there. How about power wise? Who has the better power between Bakram and Fundura?
Oh, it was definitely Buckram.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Is he the
he
most?
definitely
Mhm.
he had some pop.
Was he the hardest hitter you ever faced in your career?
Um, probably when he hit me, it was different. But then again, the rehydration clause could have played a bit of a factor as well. You know, with the IBF, you can only go up 10 pounds, and that plays a bit of a part. So who knows, man? Who knows? It could have been different.
Let's bring it back to Spencer. April 6th. What are you looking to prove that night?
Just want to get back to the winning column, you know, by any means necessary, and put on a performance, calculated performance.
We saw in the last big fight in Australia when an American came through, Keith Thurman. He said, "Oh, Brock Jarvis, he's not on my level. He doesn't belong in the ring with me." Do you feel that way with Spencer? Do you think he's an adequate opponent for you?
Yeah, yeah, I do. I think he's up there. Talented bloke. Had a crazy amateur pedigree. His only losses against Ramos, you know, so yeah, it's going to be an interesting fight.
Final prediction: do you feel like you need a knockout or even several knockdowns in this fight to really prove that you're back, or is the win that all that is important to you?
I just want to show myself, and whatever I bring to the table, um, I want to show who I am and why I still belong at the very top.